Coach, you played Division III football. You coached at some smaller schools on your journey to the NFL, which you admitted that those schools felt bigger at the time.
Definitely.
But how do those experiences help you relate to your players and your rookies now that came out of smaller schools?
I'd have to say one of the advantages that you have working at a small school is like you do multiple jobs. I think I can go back to my time at Hofstra. You know, I was the strength coach, the academic liaison, the recruiting coordinator. So like you had appreciation for maybe some other people's roles. So although I'm not trained as a strength coach, I could coach their effort and their toughness in the weight room, but maybe I have maybe a stronger connection now to the strength and conditioning staff. And from the recruiting side, I may have a better appreciation for all the detail that has to go in that. So I think in a lot of ways it was a blessing. And once the player gets here, I think we've got a pretty good track record to know. It doesn't matter where you get drafted. It doesn't matter where you come from. Like the best player is going to play. And like that's my bond to them as a competitor to say, that's cool wherever you went, but the main thing is like, what do you do from here?
So that's how you help your players grow. But I want to talk about your growth as well. You had so much early success here in the NFL. How did that success challenge you?
As a head coach, it definitely did because I've had some like unbelievably cool mentors as head coaches that I watched. So my first NFL head coach was a guy named Steve Mariucci, and like juice, charisma, passion for the game, excellent teacher, like every day, note after note, writing in team meetings. I have like notebooks full of him. And after that, I went to Nick Saban, who was extremely detailed, extremely organized. So like I kept growing again. And I'd probably say the last person that really influenced me was Pete Carroll. So all three of those guys were a lot different. And it probably reminded me to make sure like when you get your opportunity, make sure it's done in your style and in my fashion. So I never wanted to be the next Steve Mariucci or Nick Saban or Pete Carroll. I just wanted to be the best version of myself. And I knew for me to do that, I couldn't pretend I could be one of those guys. So I think that was probably my biggest lesson, and make sure right from the get-go, you know, have this program aligned in the values that I wanted to have.